Oh wait, let me put on the autofocus lock. Okay. Hey, oh wait, did I put the autofocus lock on? Hey. Wait, I need to make sure the autofocus lock is on. Okay. Hey. Diva. Axel the cat says hi. He is right here. So this video, you might have already guessed by the title of the video, but also the intro. This will be like throughout the video, I'll be forgetting things, and then I'll just be like asking the same. It's a lot of asking like the same questions again, not over and over, like repetition, like not just repeating, like not just repeating like that. But it will be repetition of questions, similarly worded questions. You'll see as we just go on throughout the video. Okay, now let me actually explain what it is that I want to talk to you all about. Oh, my cat's here. Let me explain what this video is all about. So basically, you'll just know as we go along, but it will be me repeating questions, similarly worded questions, similarly themed questions over time, and you'll see more as we get along with the video. What is it that we should talk about today? It's not just going to be questions, by the way, it will be answers as well. Oh, my cat's here. Okay. What should we start talking about? Actually, I don't have anything. I've been watching, just like lately, a lot of paranormal videos, like hauntings. Do you believe in paranormal videos and whatnot? And again, this will mainly be like just me chit-chatting with you. But you'll see as we go along with the video. And I'll just keep bringing stuff up. But something, I don't really have anything to talk about, but we could just talk about. Lately, I've been watching a lot of like paranormal haunting stuff. Do you believe in paranormal things, haunted things? I believe in things. I'm not as well versed in like witchy traditions, so like any pagan belief systems or Wiccan. I know those are the most common. Like pagan is like general, but also like Wiccan's more specific. I know Wicca is a witchy spiritual practice began being. It was formulated in the 1900s, right? Do you believe in paranormal and haunted things? I believe in paranormal and haunted things, but I'm not as well versed in things like folklore as it relates to like religion and spirituality of witches, or even like Greek mythology. I know enough, but you know, I'm not like super well versed. I don't know much about. I've never been drawn to like Norse spiritual practices and traditions, or because Norse is like, that's not Nordic, is it? See, I don't know. Do you believe in like paranormal and haunted things? I do. I know more so about, I don't know, for me it's about the energy of things. I believe that things, even if things like didn't exist, I think if you give something enough power, it ends up becoming a thing. Like for example, I'm protected and healed at all times, nothing can attach me or affect me in any way. I'm going to talk about the Annie doll just real quick. For example, the Annie doll, if like maybe it wasn't wrong to maybe all the story if it was made up, let's just say, right? But what if we attached over time, because of all that we've done to, well, it makes me think of Timmy the doll too, right? That's the name, Timmy Timothy, in Florida. It's like an encased museum, and if you look at the doll, you're like supposed to get bad luck. Hey, do you know about the Annie doll? The Annie doll, like, it's shown in the Annie movies from the Warrens. Ed and Lorraine Warren know about this case. I think, right, they're the ones that came in and popularized this case. But basically, let's just say even if that story was fake, it was made up, I think over time, if you give enough energy, saying, oh, this doll's haunted, oh, this doll did all these bad things, it creates this energy field, where even if it wasn't actually haunted, if the story wasn't true, it would become haunted with its own energetic field. The own energetic field becomes haunted, there we go. Sam and Colby video where they looked at it. I did not look at it, and apparently, like, isn't shortly after that, like less than a year after that, is when Colby got cancer. I'm not saying it's all alleged for entertainment purposes. I'm like, I am not a doctor, okay? But do you know much about like Norse religions? Where even is Norse? Is that like, that's not like Norway or like Nordic? That's not Nordic, is it? See, I'm so bad. I don't know. I need to do research. I need to study these things because I just don't know enough. But it's hard because ever since my concussion, it's like information goes in one ear and out the other. I've always been bad at retaining information. I'm a very visual person, so when it's like factual information, like dates, especially in history class, that is what really messed me up, was specific dates, but also like names. I'm really bad with names in general, but especially since my concussion, I'm just really bad with like names and dates and locations and all. Well, I'm very good at like, sorry, my cat is scratching, so I'm just gonna go like this and we're gonna keep going at it because people like when I go like this. So when my cat is scratching, if you can hear him scratching. This actually gives me time to talk about the Timmy's doll. Do you know about the Timmy's doll? It might be the Timmy doll, but they are in Florida and in 𝐬𝐴𝒉𝒃, and Sam and Colby went there for a video. And like shortly thereafter, Colby got cancer. I'm not saying they are directly linked. Again, all alleged for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a professional in any which way of anything. I'm really the kind of person who like, it's like a master. What is it? A knower of what is it? Something is something, master of none. Not like none. What is it? What is the phrase called? Something is something, master of none. It's like you dabble in things. I don't know enough. It reminds me of my cat is still also scratching. It reminds me of the scratching. Somebody beep 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 their car out there. What was I on about though? Truly forgetful. But what was I on about? Oh, it reminds me of the Rick Riordan books, the Percy Jackson books. Oh my god, I love those books. Oh, that reminds me, I'm a very visual person. See, I'm really bad with dates, I'm really bad with names, especially since my concussion is like information goes in one ear and out the other. I'm really bad with retaining information, but I've been like that since I was younger, but especially now because I'm a very visual person. So like when it comes to locations, my cat is scratching, so I'm gonna do this because people like when I do this when he's scratching in there, and I'm just gonna keep going. I'm not gonna stop. Whenever he's scratching on his litter box, normally he's not in there, but like lately, I feel like in videos you hear him scratching and I have to go like this. My cat is scratching, and I know that a lot of people like when I do this, so I'm not gonna stop. I'm just gonna keep doing this and scratching. Oh my god, it smells so bad, y'all. Like, I'm not even joking. I can smell it from here. That is foul. Bro, what? It's so strong. That's so bad. I might have to take out, because I don't know what's going on. Something's going on in his litter box. Oh, my cat's scratching, so I have to go like this. I could pause the video, but a lot of people like the background noise, and they like when I do this with the scratching along with my cat. Like along when he's scratching. Good thing I have the wait, do I have the autofocus lock on? Yeah, I do, okay. Wait. Okay. He knows, he smells, it's so bad. It smells so bad. Let me know if you're one of those people who doesn't like background noise. But he's... That reminds me of the Percy Jackson books, actually. Did you ever read the Percy Jackson books by Rick Riordan? I'm bad at names, but I remember his name. I don't know why. I think it's just because those are very formative for me. And it's like when it comes to stories or like videos I watch or documentaries that I watch or like movies, anything, I'm not good at retaining that it goes in one ear out the other. I'm not good at retaining information and remembering it. Even visualize. I remember one time he like fell from a building into the water. It was at the beginning of like the second book. The main character, Percy Jackson, he like fell into the water. I believe like from like skyscraper. Was it the Empire State Building? I don't even know, but he fell into the water. I remember that part because I remember visualizing that. I'm like, oh my god, that's insane that he survived that. He was okay. But oh, I remember like Medusa or a Medusa like creature in there. Obviously Zeus is in there, but there's people that are in there and they go to they're at this camp. I remember like at the camp they would practice archery and they would practice all these things to train. So then Percy was doing well enough to go on a mission, and all the rest goes in one ear out the other. You've read the Percy Jackson books, right? Okay. Well, let me know, and hopefully don't ever watch the movie. Have you heard of the movie adaptation? Don't ever watch the movie adaptation. It's not good at all. It's nothing like the book. It's nothing like what I visualized. There's things I've like, even the Hunger Games. I like the Hunger Games movies, even if they're not word for word exactly like how I envisioned them or how they were written in the book. But I still like the Hunger Games books, and I like who they chose for the characters. I think like for the most part, I can't think of any like mistakes made in the casting. I think the casting was perfect. I think that Josh Hutcherson was one of my. I was like a late bloomer, but in terms of actual childhood crushes, he was one of them. I was like in high school at that point, so do you consider that? Was I in high school? Have y'all ever heard of the Hunger Games books and movies? I read all the books, and then I haven't actually seen the third movie. I've seen the first two movies. Oh, there are three movies because it's part 1 and 2 for the third book. Like, so it's not a third book, it's third and fourth. I'm gonna get up and close the bathroom door because somebody is showering and I can hear it and it's bothering me. Okay, I closed the door, but you can still probably hear it. Okay, thin walls in this apartment building. But Katniss Everdeen, played by Jennifer Lawrence. See, I'm bad at names. I'm really bad at names. But I think her casting Rue, I love the character of Rue. But Jennifer Lawrence in that, I think, you know, this is before I knew I was bisexual. I think she was definitely in that like skin tight suit. An awakening for me, but also like I wasn't too awakened because I didn't realize I was bisexual. But Josh Hutcherson, for sure, I feel like he looks like he would be a bi icon, right? Like everybody will look at him and be like, yes. I don't know, because people are that way with like all their rat husbands, right? Like Jeremy Allen White and Pete Davidson. And also Logan Lerman. Do you know about Logan Lerman? He's in the Percy Jackson movie, not the series of the book, obviously, but he's in the movie. Is there more than one movie? Let me know if you've ever seen the movie or if you've read the books or anything like that. But by icon Josh Hutcherson. Yes, who else is like a bi? I feel like Katniss Everdeen, not Katniss Everdeen, Jennifer Lawrence is or was. I feel like is she queer? I don't know if she's queer in any capacity, but she's very queer coded, like in a way of like, I think she could definitely be considered a bi. I think all the bis would appreciate Jennifer Lawrence, also because she's quirky, she's weird, you know what I'm saying? So I think people would like her. All the bisexuals. Where are my fellow bisexuals? I only came out a few years ago. Wait. 2026. I came out in 2023, so like 2.5 years ago. I finally came out in the summer, and then the summer after that I came out as non-binary. Who are other bisexual people? I know Kalani's bisexual. Oh my god, she is always posted on the bisexual. Like, I'm on Facebook groups, and it's like bisexual related ones, and yes, they always are posting Kalani on there, is what I'm trying to say. And not only Kalani, but nobody posts about Jennifer Lawrence, and I actually first saw Jennifer Lawrence in the Hunger Games movies. I think I don't remember seeing her in anything other than that. Maybe I did, but she wasn't like this big figure for me. But I feel like, I don't know if she's queer or not. Is she queer? She's like very much bi-coded to me, or at least could be considered icon status. I feel like the queers, not the queers, but bisexuals on both sides would find her attractive. Also Josh Hutcherson, I think easily could be considered like a bi icon, you know what I'm saying? He's like, definitely, so he's in those Five Nights at Freddy's games. Because the Five Nights at Freddy's games, I don't know if I've ever played them personally, but I've seen a lot of gameplay of other people playing them recently. Most recently, like a year, was it 2 years ago now? Smosh doing it. Oh my god, speaking of bi icons, I say this with peace and love. Evangelia Canto would appreciate me saying this. If you watch Smosh, you know that Smosh, you know what that is. I love her so much. She is, to me, like, she isn't queer. I don't think. I think she said before she's straight. So don't cancel me, okay? But she, by the way, she believes in the paranormal and haunted things. Do you believe in those things? She has had paranormal experiences she's talked about. So she shouldn't. I don't wonder if she's ever seen like the Annie movies growing up, and that helps cement in her, like her watching those. Do you know about the Annie movies? I wonder if she watched those growing up, and she was like, yeah, that's definitely real. If she like questioned it, because she grew up in Boston, Massachusetts, or at least Massachusetts, I should say. But I think she went to college in Boston. She worked in Boston before moving to LA. Boston. And I know that she said that she worked on Martha's Vineyard. At least I think only 1 year, like a summer. I wonder if it's haunted there. Do you believe in the haunted and paranormal? I think, like, definitely, like, Massachusetts would be haunted. Like, New England area would be most haunted, probably, in the US. But also a lot of stuff is happening in the South. I live in the Midwest, where I feel like it's the least haunted, but also, like, there's a lot of folklore, native folklore in Minnesota. Do you believe in the paranormal and the haunted? Let me know if you do. I personally do. But there's, like, Wendigos. You're not supposed to say that out loud, but I'm protected and healed at all times. I'm okay, I'm protected. And they are around these parts, like, more so in Canada and Minnesota. Wendigo spirits are known about. And do you think there's Wendigo spirits that are similar in, like, Greek mythology? Speaking of Greek mythology, have you ever read the Rick Riordan series, Percy Jackson, like, and the Olympians, or what are the spin-offs of them? I don't know, but don't ever watch the movie. If you've ever read the books, don't ever watch the movie. If you've read the books and watched the movie, let me know which you consumed first, and if you have, like, an opinion. I think it's pretty well known. Most people don't like the movie. I'm a very visual person, so I'm not good with names. It goes in one ear, out the other, but names are like that for me. But visuals, I have a visual of Percy Jackson off, like, the second or third book. I think it's the second book. He fell from a skyscraper, and I was visualizing it. And it might have been the Empire State Building into the water. Was it at, like, the New York Park? What is it called? I forget what the park is called. I'm sorry. I'm not from the East Coast. I'm not from, like, Boston, Massachusetts. Evangelia Canto is from Boston, Massachusetts. And she has experiences. I think she still has experiences, especially with, like, thrifting certain things, like a mirror or a painting she talked about one time. But she has experiences, I think, more specifically in, I'm so sorry, in Boston or in Massachusetts. And I know she's talked about, she's gotten Reiki done on her before. She does, like, a tarot pull of the week, and we do that here too. We do tarot pulls of the week. But I wonder if what I was saying is, I wonder if Wendigo spirits, there's something similar with Greek mythology. By the way, speaking of Greek mythology, have you ever heard of the Rick Riordan series, Percy Jackson? There's multiple books about it. I'm very visual, so those books were really good at helping me visualize things. Look, here's my cat. Axel. Seriously though, oh my god, it stinks so bad in here. Oh my god, like, that is foul. I might need to change that because that smells really bad. I might need to change that, even though, like, we change it every morning. Usually my mom does when she's, like, heading out for work. That's really bad. I might wait until mom comes home so she can shame you. Shame. I'm just kidding. He's a cat, he doesn't care. We don't shame him for that. It's okay. We'd rather you be normal and defecate, okay, than to not. We want you to be normal. Okay? So that's okay. Do you see his tail? Hey, do you want to come up here? Say hi to the people. Good boy. Oh, here's my cat. ever seen any of the Hunger Games movies, Jennifer Lawrence was kind of like a bi awakening for me. But I think those movies came out when I was in high school. They first started coming out, like maybe 9th grade, 10th grade. And I had read the books like before that, just before the movies were made. I don't remember if I knew the movies were about to be made, so I like sped up my reading or not. But like, I don't think I started reading them because of movies. Maybe I did, because the movies were gonna come out. Have you ever seen the Percy Jackson movie? I never have. Do you think those kinds of like Greek entities or deities remind me of like hauntings and paranormal activity? Do you believe in paranormal activity? Do you believe in hauntings? I personally do. We have something in Minnesota that's more well known. It's called a Wendigo. It's like, you're not supposed to say the name out loud, but it's like it's not like a goblin, is it? It's just like, it's more similar or akin to the Mothman, I would say. But the Wendigo, apparently, you can turn into a Wendigo if you're like a bad person or if you're like hungry. So I guess a lot of houseless people, it's just myth, right? But it's like, how do all these unhoused people not become Wendigos? Because it's like, if you become hungry, you become so hungry that you become a Wendigo, so you eat other humans, you like ravage and find other humans. And it's like, usually it's like the imagery of being lost in the woods or like out in the middle of nowhere. Northern Minnesota is more like that, where you can find pockets of, because also northern Minnesota is more, there's more reservations. Also in southern Minnesota, actually, there is at least one main one I'm thinking of. Also, you know, are all casinos owned by, I'm gonna sound so ignorant, I'm so sorry, are all casinos owned by indigenous people? Because you know about, there's laws involved with that, so then like casinos owned by Native people, are there some that aren't? Is that illegal if they aren't? Anyway, so I think I'm trying to think also around casinos or more where there are reservations in Minnesota. It's interesting. I always thought growing up that there were more indigenous people in the Dakotas and Minnesota. There's technically more like in Arizona and in California, but like Nevada, I think, well, for sure Arizona and California, I think maybe New Mexico as well, but maybe per capita there's more in the Dakotas and Minnesota, because I know that growing up in Fargo, there was a large, Fargo, North Dakota, there's a large presence of indigenous Native people who I knew. Speaking of indigenous people, there's folklore surrounding what's called Wendigos, and it's specific, not all Native people know about Wendigos, or maybe there's different names for Wendigos. Again, I don't know everything, and Wendigos are known to like eat people, and like especially children, and it's like you can turn into a Wendigo if you become very hungry, or if you're a bad person, you just become a Wendigo and you're stuck like that, where you're always, the feelings that you're always hungry. You're stuck as a Wendigo, you're always hungry, you're always craving. It reminds me of like zombies, or like brain crazed, or like crazed for brain, or like the clickers, click 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 clickers and last. Oh my god, bisexual icons. Pedro Pascal is such a bisexual icon. Bella Ramsey is non-binary. I don't know if they are gender non-conforming. I'm sorry, I know it's one or the other. Seeing them on screen helped me to realize I'm non-binary. I came out as bisexual in 2023, and then the summer after, in 2024, I came out as non-binary. I didn't realize in school that I was bisexual, but there were signs. Like when I was watching, if you've ever seen the Hunger Games movie, there's only one movie, I think, Jennifer Lawrence in there, and it is like her in that skin tight suit. It did something for me, but also it didn't, because I don't know if I was suppressing it or not. I don't know, it's hard to tell, but I just was like, I thought everybody was like a little bit gay, you know, saying. And also bi-erasure is a thing. I am bisexual, okay? Bisexuality, pansexuality is a thing. I am not transitioning to become queer. I know that was like a safe part. That's historically been more safe for people to first come out as bisexual, test the waters, or like just be in that bisexual space for a bit and then come out as queer. That is not me. Unfortunately so, I must say. But also Josh Hutcherson is a bi icon for me. I don't know. Is he an icon for other people? it's like she's just hot. Somebody else was actually like literally hot for me growing up was Logan Lerman. Have you ever seen the Percy Jackson movie? There's only one movie, I think, and for the Percy Jackson series, but it's based off the Percy Jackson series. And I'm a very visual person. I'm not good at retaining like factual information or like specific dates. It goes in one ear out the other, especially ever since my concussion. It's even worse. I was bad before, but I'm even worse now. But I would get visuals while reading those books. It was like it's like fantasy land. Like even right now, I have hyperphantasia, so I'm able to visualize. It's like the Apple test. I'm able to visualize all of it. I'm seeing it being red and then gold and then all of these things. Red reminds me of red rum. It reminds me of how, I've never actually seen any of I've seen some. Have I seen Stephen King movies? I think I've seen I've seen the It movie. I don't remember much of it. I had to do a book report on it, but on It, I chose It for my book. Not everybody read that book. It was for like a big part of the grade. I didn't read it because I could not get into it. The book is so bad. But a book series I can recommend is the Rick Riordan series of what is it called? Of Mount Olympus. It's called Percy Jackson. Like in the Olympians, I think is the first book, but it's Percy Jackson as a series. And yeah, but I've never seen have you ever seen the Annie movie? I've never seen the Annie movie. It reminds me of the Timothy doll, which apparently the Timothy doll is like enclosed in a case in Florida. And apparently, if you look at the doll, you get bad luck. Sam and Colby went there, and Colby shortly thereafter, like I think within less than a year, got cancer. I'm not saying they're linked. I'm not a doctor. All legit for entertainment purposes only. I don't know anything about all that, but yeah, that's just like really bad timing either way. And so yeah, I didn't look in the video when I used to watch Sam and Colby back in the day. I don't anymore. They showed Timothy, and it's like I did not partake. I just looked away during that. And I was listening to see like if they said anything while looking at Timothy. But I know what he looks like now because there's been pictures posted like after that video specifically, I think, and people or like on Instagram, like horror pages, or like in my Instagram, either from me following people or just on my like search under the search results. What is it called? The explore page. Like things pop up with Timothy. But I'm like, hey, I'm not trying to look at you, okay? Don't give me bad luck, okay? I'm sending that back to you. Please do not do that. But I've never seen the Annie movies. I've only seen the It movie, and even that was hard to get through. Oh my god, are Stephen King books actually good, or just do people just like being scared and thinking they're edgy and cool for reading? I'm so sorry if that was a dig for all of y'all. If you have a good book, Stephen King book for me to read, you can send it my way. But something I recommend is to read the Percy Jackson and the Olympians and any of the other Percy Jackson books. Have you ever read the books? Have you ever seen the movie? There's a movie. I think there's only one, and Logan Lerman is in it. What is he up to nowadays? It reminds me of somebody else from my childhood who was in the Hunger Games, Josh Hutcherson. Is it Hutcherson? Am I saying it wrong? I think it's Josh Hutcherson. And he is in the Five Nights at Freddy's series, but I haven't seen it. I think there's 2 or 3 seasons out now, but I haven't seen it. People say it's actually pretty good. It reminds me of, I only recently started watching, I have never played it myself, but I've seen gameplay of it from Shane and Amanda from Smosh. Oh my god. Yeah, Amanda is literally a bite icon. Shane is a bite icon too, because he has the cuffed shirts and the cuffed jeans. So people say that's so bite coded. He's like, okay, I'll take it. Whatever. As long as it's not like a bad thing. He's like, but I'm not bisexual. But Courtney, his partner, is pansexual and demisexual. I'm also demisexual. I came out as demisexual before I came out as non-binary and bisexual. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if it was like mind-effery. If you want me to do something like this again, it's actually very easy for me to get into this flow state. I'm actually a very forgetful person, but I was able to remember all these things, and if I forget, then I can just move on to something else and then like bring that up throughout. But yeah, I actually think this is really fun to do, so let me know. Oh my god, did I forget to turn autofocus on? Okay. It doesn't really matter.